TV. This is the 5th episode of what we've done in 2016, so thank you for your support, thank you for watching the videos, and please leave a comment or a like on YouTube. I am Sanchez here with Stuart as usual.
Good day to you guys, hope you're having a good weekend.
Yep, and how's your week been?
Yeah, not bad, not bad. Watched some of the games.
Good.
Yeah, what did you think of the games midweek?
Good. Now today's episode we will be talking about the relegation battle in the Premier League. But as I mentioned, Champions League, Europa League, there was a North London derby last week. Anything that caught your eye this week?
Well, I watched the second half of the United-Liverpool game, and yeah, Lallana in particular was really impressive.
Yeah,
he's had quite a few good games with Liverpool, and United were pretty bad during that second half. But from all accounts, it was pretty bad all over that for the whole game. So no surprise to see them lose that game. Well, they've gone sort of off the board a bit with the West Brom performance and this loss during midweek. So whether or not they can actually get themselves back up and start winning some games again, who knows?
They've just been really inconsistent, I think.
Yeah.
Just haven't. Correct me if I'm wrong. I can't remember United having 4 wins in a row, 3 wins in a row, and picking up points on a consistent basis. It seems to be draw, lose, win, lose, draw. It's really there's no pattern to their play, and it's almost as if Van Gaal is just throwing in
towel, right?
Anyone? No, not on the towel.
Oh,
no, yeah. But he's throwing in anyone he wants into the team. Like Varela, although he's played very well for a young player, he's in the team. The left backs, and they've got 2 unknown left backs.
Yeah. Playing
Bostock and Riley.
Joe Riley, yeah, left back.
Yeah, and I don't know. I just find it really strange that a club of that magnitude is playing so many youngsters. I'm not saying they shouldn't play youngsters, but you don't get Barcelona, Real Madrid, Chelsea playing 3 or 4 youngsters. And I'm talking like inexperienced 18-year-olds in the first team. And
well, maybe it's a good thing that he's done that, because now we know about Rashford. We wouldn't have known about Rashford had he not done that.
But all we've known is that he scored a few goals in 4 games. We need to see if he can do it on a consistent basis. There is such a thing as Francis Jeffers, and we need to kind of hope that Rashford's got a lot more than what Jeffers had to offer.
Well, some people might say that this just means that he's basically given up and he just wants to put anyone in the team now. He's sort of given up in terms of staying until next season.
Van Gaal,
Van Gaal, and he doesn't mind experimenting now, giving these youngsters a chance.
Do you think he'll be the next year?
No. Well, it's not confirmed yet, but I don't see him staying past this year.
Even if they get Champions League.
Even if they get Champions League, I still see Van Gaal leaving, because the starting player hasn't been convincing at all this season.
And who do you think they could bring in?
Well, it's pretty much common knowledge that Mourinho is the one that's been touted as his replacement, and he probably will be the replacement.
He is the front runner. I think Antonio Conte is 99% certain going to be the next Chelsea manager.
Yeah.
Obviously, Guardiola's gone to Man City. Klopp has shacked up there with Liverpool.
Yeah.
There really isn't much choice that United have other than Mourinho and someone else that they want to gamble on.
Ancelotti,
I think Ancelotti would be a good choice.
Yeah, he's a good manager.
Pochettino's name's been bandied about.
I don't see why he would go to United though, because he's probably part of this project right now at Tottenham.
Well, yeah.
You want to see it through to next season.
And he said it publicly. He wants to say it Spurs, so we'll see. So
yeah,
that's one thing. Another game obviously was the North London derby last weekend. I went to the game. Great atmosphere. White Hart Lane was absolutely rocking.
Yeah.
I felt probably a draw was the fairest result. By the pure fact that we just didn't take advantage of their 10 men. We had chances. I think I've mentioned it to yourself, and I put it on Twitter as well. Ospina made the most saves of any Arsenal goalkeeper since Fabianski did 7 years ago. So it goes to show that it's just our luck. We have to have the reserve keeper of Arsenal playing and becoming man of the match of that game. Good to see them. Sorry?
Good for him.
Yeah, good for him. But again, imagine he would have let slip in the last minute. No one would have remembered the other 12 saves he made.
Yeah,
so it's a goalkeeper's life, really. And Harry Kane, what a goal! Yeah. Fantastic goal.
Dele Alli chasing that lost cause that everyone thought was, and assisting with that cheeky pass.
A more intelligent defender though. Mertesacker should have done a lot better to chase down that ball.
Yeah.
For a throw in, for a corner, for whatever you want. But yeah, 2-2, great result. We're still 5 points behind Leicester. 3 points in front of Arsenal. Still all to play for. 10 games left. 10 games left.
Roughly, yeah.
30 points to play for, so it's all in there. Disappointing to say our 3-0 defeat against Dortmund.
Borussia.
Yeah, that was pretty embarrassing. Probably the first time we've looked ordinary all season. If there's any defence of that, it was our reserve team. It wasn't our first team players, so would have been interesting to see.
It would have been nice to see Tottenham, Pochettino going out for the win.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they still have strength and depth. I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're strength and depth, so they should. I mean, I would have thought that they would have done a bit better performance against Borussia Dortmund.
Good to see Dembele as well come onto the pitch. That guy's a beast. He's so good, such a good player. But yeah, any other thing to mention? Obviously, Chelsea going out in the Champions League. Disappointing for them. Hazard was terrible.
And the whole picture of him swapping shirts at half time, I think.
Was it half time?
Yeah.
Because I saw that when that was half time. Oh wow.
Yeah, half time.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah. It's a slap in the face to the fans that paid good money to go and watch them in a quarter final.
Yeah. Was Terry injured for that game? Because I know he wasn't playing.
Yeah, he was injured.
Terry's injured. Zuma's injured as well. I think that's cost them a lot.
Costa going off at
Costa going off
60
didn't
minute
help.
mark.
Yeah. And again, Chelsea. I mean, the core money and striker wise, because we were talking off air that Man City when they won the league had the likes of Aguero, Dzeko, Balotelli, Jovetic, and now they don't, and they have some players like Boney and Nacho who are good. But they're not going to win you your league.
Well, maybe not today. Not so good for Boney. He's getting quite a lot of abuse online from the Twitter trolls.
He's had a really bad game against Norwich. But who are we mentioning? Sorry, who were we talking about?
Chelsea.
Well,
they have.
So apart from Costa, Falcao is missing.
Traore
is good.
The goal he scored the other day was really good.
He's good, but he's not
there yet.
Yeah, it's like kind of like Nacho in Man City. He's there, but he's not there yet. If that makes sense.
Pato, he's not really since January.
Pato, I don't know what.
Apparently, he's catch up with match fitness, but he'll probably come good. 5 games to go. I mean, what's the
5 years time maybe. But yeah, but again, Pato's signing reminds me of when Liverpool signed Carroll. Unnecessary, not needed, and probably a waste of money. Jury's out, but we'll see.
Talking about Liverpool, they're sort of picking up form now. I think the Klopp effect is starting to take place. They're coming to form. They've won the last few games. Whether or not they can extend this run, and
it's the consistency again that they need to.
And I think they're starting to find that in a way.
To be honest, it's the problem of the league in general this year. That everyone's been so inconsistent, apart from you could say Leicester, Spurs, to an extent Arsenal. But yeah, I mean this league is just complete roller coaster. It's just up and down. So those are the games of the week.
Yeah.
I think Benfica saw off Zenit.
Yeah.
In the last few minutes, actually, it was pretty unlucky for Zenit. They had a lot of the possession, a lot of the ball, and they just
do you know how Hunt played? Do you know if he...
I saw the highlights. I didn't watch the whole game, but from what I saw, Zenit seemed unlucky. They seemed very unlucky to be going out, and the way they conceded the goal as well at the end. Yeah, it was really unlucky.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure the Benfiquistas here around the world will be delighted with. When's the draw, by the way? The draw is it?
The draw is. For Champions League, is Friday coming.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
because Europa League round would have been done as well. So
a friend of mine actually mentioned to me that he was really upset with the BT sports commentators constantly referring to Benfica as well. They were saying that teams would be very glad to get Benfica the next round, which is fair enough. But to keep going, apparently they went on and on about it. Rio Ferdinand in particular kept making reference to it, and he was a bit upset about that. How Benfica are seen as the easy pick for the next.
A lot of. I mean,
to be honest,
the BT Sport pundits I think are terrible. I think they don't have a clue really. Like I bet if you asked Rio Ferdinand, name 5 Benfica players, I bet he couldn't do it. I'm telling you the truth. I bet he couldn't do it.
I bet
you couldn't tell him how many points Benfica are or they have in the league, what the situation is. He just doesn't have a clue. He just sees Benfica as a team in Portugal. Portugal aren't necessarily world beaters at the moment, but every team is dangerous. Every team is dangerous. Didn't PSV give Man United a scare this year as well?
Yeah.
PSV are a lesser, in my opinion, a lesser team than Benfica, and I think again. Did you watch the Dortmund Spurs game?
No, I don't know.
Robbie Savage was the commentator.
Let's see. What did he say? What didn't he say?
What didn't he say? Exactly. Well, he got slated on Twitter for just constantly bitching about the fact that Spurs didn't play their best 11. He couldn't stop talking about Harry Kane wasn't on the pitch, and apparently Dortmund out-Spursing Spurs.
Is that a new one now?
Yeah, like Dortmund didn't play the way they do now before anyway. That whole high pressure that came from Klopp, from his gang flipping football. So I don't know what Savage is on, but he.
Well, a lot of the pundits at the moment aren't, up to the quality that you'd want to see on TV.
The best football show at the moment has got to be the BT Sport European Football Show. Fantastic. Yeah. Sunday night, 6 p.m. till 7:45 when the game starts. James Hardcastle. Yeah. They've got.
They have a few European.
Julian. What's his name?
I don't know.
Anyway, but yeah, BT Sport Europe. Catch it. You got to watch it. They got James Richardson.
Yeah.
He heads it. He's brilliant. I think he's fantastic. From back in the Football Italia days, it's been fantastic. But yeah, so it's Savage. Michael Owen's terrible. Like honestly, Rio Ferdinand. I don't want to hear Rio Ferdinand talk. To be honest with you, I'd rather listen to someone who retired 10 years ago, has a bit more perspective of the game outside of the game. Like it doesn't. I don't really want to see a pundit on the TV who regularly mingles with the dressing room about the team they're talking about.
They're not going to be critical, well, they're going to be biased towards.
Yeah, exactly. And the other thing as well, like it's either Liverpool or Man United players who are the pundits. Yeah. Like, why Liverpool? Like.
Well, to be honest, the only person that sort of doesn't fit that mould in terms of being biased is Gary Neville. I mean, he was really good. He's tried to be unbiased as possible, and he was just generally a very good pundit.
He was, yeah. Carragher's terrible. Carragher's another.
I wouldn't say it's that bad. As bad as other ones.
He's biased. He's really biased. Now Quinn again, biased as anything. Alan Smith, biased. Like honestly, I can't. I just think the punditry in this country is terrible. I watch a lot of the Fox Espanol and a lot of the foreign, especially Spanish speaking.
Guillaume Balaguer. Yeah, he's good. He's good.
They just have so much perspective on the game and they don't. The problem I think with the pundits they have on Sky Sports is that they talk too much with the heart. They talk too much because they love that team, so they can't be analytical. They can't be critical. Like Paul Scholes the other day, they're saying, "Oh, they're terrible. They're boring." Really? Well, what is it? What is it about that they're so terrible and boring? Like, tell us what you would do to change it. Who would you sign? All they'd say is, "Oh, there's no one to get. There's no one available. They have all this money." Blah. But I don't know. It's just I don't know. I think the punditry in this country is really bad.
Yeah,
needs to be improved.
What's your take on Thierry Henry? We're hearing him a few minutes. Well,
it's another player who's only just retired. I don't think players who just retired necessarily become good pundits. The only exception would probably be Gary Neville, and even then he retired 5 years ago.
Yeah, not too long.
Yeah, so it's again. I think you need to get a pundit who's been out of the game for at least 5-10 years, who has outer perspective. He might have even coached a couple of years. He gets that understanding of the game. Yeah, I think that needs to be improved. Kind of went off completely there from European football, but yeah, it needs to be improved, and there needs to be a lot more diversity in the pundits that they pick. Yeah, it would help to get players who've not. There's not been many, but players who've actually played outside of England would be a good idea. Michael Owen has, but he didn't really play in a couple of games.
So yeah. Talk about top of the league. We're also going to talk about the bottom of the league at the moment in terms of the relegation documents.
So that's the first segment of the video.
Yeah.
We'll come back after the break and we'll talk about the relegation battle and what Rafa Benitez has in store for his Newcastle side. Yeah. So catch us in about 2 minutes. We'll be back with you. Thank you.